Hello, everyone. Yes, it's me. It's another very, very cold morning. Yes, my skin's very dry. Yeah, my lips are dry. Everything's dry. I'm staticky, and most likely because of this robe. I do prefer 100% cotton or linen, yet this robe was given to me by one of my daughters, and it is nice and warm. It's just very staticky, too. So, I'm going with it. Yes, sometimes you just kind of go with what. And as I said, it's not just. Besides, I really like this robe regardless. Um, but there's sentimental value attached to it. This was given to me by one of my daughters for Christmas, oh, many years ago. So, anyway, uh, I just had this thought, and it completely left. It came, and I wanted to talk about it, and it has left the building. Okay, that means it wasn't important to talk about. Yes, yeah. Uh, when one gets older, all kinds of things become a little more prominent, like wrinkles. Yes, okay. And nothing to worry about. It's just that's just how it is, right? Yes. So, I feel like considering what the life expectancy is these days, I'm doing quite well, and I enjoy every day that I still have here on Earth. Yes, with my family, my children, my grandchildren, and that is that. I ain't gonna worry about if I'm dead tomorrow or not. Yes, I'm still here today. Woo! Oh, which brings me back to, see, there you go. I've been working on. Oh, you can see it right there on this picture. There's my finger. There, see the picture right there? It's a big one, and I showed you the frame for it in another video, which I also have stained now. And it's been taking me quite a while to get going on it and do more on it, and it's just kind of evolving. Yes, with most things that I didn't pay for any of it. The frame that's right here. You see, right? Okay, right there. My son-in-law here made me that frame for it. Yes, the picture, the whatever. It's a really strong piece of cardboard. Then the sunflowers that are on there, I collected from our sunflower field we had up front. Um, then most of the paint, a lot of the paint that I have is all stuff that people started something. I know a lot of people, so they start stuff and then they're not doing it anymore, or they're leaving, and they leave stuff behind, and I'm often the recipient of many arts, like paint, for example. um, and let's see what else is on there. Oh, the leaves, I'll show you one here. They're from a holly tree outside that I use on the for the as the leaves on the with the sunflowers. Yeah, it's not quite. It's not accurate per se as it is out there, but I don't have to. It's my creation. Why do I have to stay with exactly what is out there, right? Yes, okay, I'm just saying on how it is in reality. That's the beauty of creating something on your own. Be individual about it. Yes, okay. There's one thing though. Uh, I wanted to share about that. I In our church a long time ago, yes, in California, where we had easy access to the church that we go to. I was a Sunday school teacher for the seventh and eighth grade. Nobody wanted to teach those kids. Yeah, they can be a bit challenging, yes, but I didn't mind. And besides that, I went into the creative part of it. So we had about 20 minutes of something about the divine principle or this or that, and then because I think that most of that, the foundation of any of that is not built in church. Okay, it's built at home, and all these children had great parents to do that, And so I just felt, well, I'll give him a little thought about something in the divine principle, but don't go too far into it because at that age, one just doesn't really care too much about it, right? One is just into, as I said, these are these are children growing into the adult world. They're babies into growing into the adult world. So trying to give them too much of a good thing is not good either, in a way. All right, so, or they're not going to comprehend it. It's too boring. They won't listen. But if it's short, then you have a question and answer or whatever, a set little session. That's way more productive, I think. All right. So then I said, but what we are going to do, I'm going to teach you how to do what it means to serve the people with some benefits to them as well. So we created all kinds of different art things. And guess what? I know I didn't get any money from the church to do that. I financed everything myself. Didn't really have to do that either because at the time I worked at a reuse depot and all kinds of stuff came in. And for very little, $5, a big old bag of stuff, I could bring all kinds of things to my Sunday school class. So we did. We created all kinds of art, and I said, then we're going to sell it to the churchgoers here. And of course, most of the parents wanted the art of their children, so they paid for their. And I said, half of it goes to something that the church needs. Now, we didn't just give them the money. I also was a volunteer there in the kitchen, and I knew we needed a griddle. And so I said, let's do that. What do you guys think? Or does anybody have another idea? No, they were all gung-ho about it. So we did that, and half of it would go to them. Yes? All right. So we did all that. Then at the end of the year, we would have this big old sale going. And it was amazing. Everything sold. Yes, I ended up buying one of the, I don't know if parents, I ended up buying one of them. Myself still have at home, hanging on the wall, of Kaori Sinki. Yes, yeah, Kaori Sinki. I love that girl. Love that girl. And she drew these beautiful lilies. And I bought that myself. Yes. I think she made more than one art project, so it's okay. The parents got something too. And then I had them presented in front of the whole church community. Yes, the griddle that we ended up buying with the money that we had, and that I did not put a really high price on all that stuff. Okay, so I mean, just saying, and stay reasonable about things, right? Yes, it was about the service. It was about and not just the words, but put words into action. Yes, that's what I wanted to teach these children, and it was great. We had a great time all together. The years that I did that, and they presented that to the community, and it was a wonderful thing. Yes, okay. So then I was asked by the church school that we also had there. It's called the Principled Academy, and I guess it's still going in San Leandro in California. And if you have a child close by and you want them to go to a good school, this would be one. Yes. And I was asked if I would be the art teacher for the same grades. And I'm going, oh, well, I've never done anything like that. It's a private school, so I guess it didn't really matter that I have had any credentials. You just had to be able to do it. So I did. Oh my gosh. I asked the principal if we could, all the art stuff that we did. I found a college art book. All art through the ages. And I used that as my curriculum. It was great. It was just amazing. And I asked the principal if we could hang all the art around the school. And she says, oh, yeah, this is great. And by the end of the school year, the school was full of these, just 2 grades, 7th and 8th grades, children's art. That's great. Loved it. It was beautiful. And these children were all so talented. Even the ones that thought they couldn't do any of that. Yes, I guess it just depends what kind of teacher you have, how you encourage them, and on what kind of leeway you give them on how they create art? Does it have to be so perfect? Yes. Can it not just come from their own heart to mind? Yes? Okay. The one thing with that is that I had an unlimited budget for some reason, and I didn't really need it. And I guess that's why I had an unlimited budget. Because I saved everything that I could, this or that. And again, I still also volunteered and worked some at that reuse depot. So I had a great, great place to go to and get all kinds of things, to do all this stuff for every lesson, this and that. But the thing is, what I don't understand in schools these days, why all that? Why all that money that parents have to lay out for so many things? Why is it that the teachers are not more conservative when it comes to all that? Yes? And just ask the parents, well, save the egg carton, save this, save that. Do you know, in every household I've seen, so many pencils and colored pencils or just regular pencils thrown out because there were so many of them. Why does it have to be new? Why can it not just be reused? Yes? Yeah? And instead of the parents having to go out and buying a whole bunch of stuff, again, which I don't get, aren't we paying school tax and all that? Say, hey, if you have anything extra, don't go out buy. If you have anything extra in this, and this, bring it in. What's wrong with every child having their own handkerchief with them to blow their nose? Used to work just fine. Just saying. Yes? Okay. It could be, and art can be created with so many recyclables. So many recyclables that are right there in people's homes. Yes? I'm just saying. Waste not. Want not. I made all the frames myself. Yes, it was a lot of work, but I loved it. You either love being a teacher, you love teaching regardless, and then you just make it happen with what you got. You become so resourceful. And don't depend on someone else having money. Yes? Yeah. Anyway, just saying. Let's get going here. We are in the book of Jeremiah. And the super chapter B, prophecies mainly in the reign of Jehoiakim, which we also have read already, I don't know how many times. 7, true worship, A, against the temple. Here we go again. We already had against the temple as well. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, stand at the gate of the temple of Yahweh, and there proclaim this message. Say, listen to the word of Yahweh, all you of Judah who come in by these gates to worship Yahweh. By the way, what I found also throughout most of it here is that Israel wasn't really fighting against anyone on the outside, it seems like. It seems most of it was infighting going on between Jerusalem and Judah, right? Yes, the two kings of Israel. At one time or another, or different ones, it's not, right? But that's what it was, wasn't it? Infighting. Doesn't really get you anywhere, does it? Yeah. Yahweh Sabaoth, the God of Israel, says this, amend your behavior and your actions, and I will let you stay in this place. Do not put your faith in delusive words such as, this is Yahweh's sanctuary, Yahweh's sanctuary, Yahweh's sanctuary. But if you really amend your behavior and your actions, if you really treat one another fairly, if you do not exploit, the stranger, the orphan, and the widow, if you do not shed innocent blood in this place, just in this place? Well, again, why not all over the place? Okay. Well, how about not shedding innocent blood all over the world? That's not possible? Why not? All right. And if you do not follow other gods to your own ruin, then I shall let you stay in this place in the country I gave forever to your ancestors of old. Look, you are putting your faith in delusive, worthless words. Steal, would you? Murder, commit adultery, perjure yourselves, burn incense to Baal, follow other gods of whom you know nothing, and then come and stand before me in this temple that bears my name, saying, now we are safe to go on doing all these loathsome things. Because nothing happened? Yeah, most likely. Do you look on this temple that bears my name as a den of bandits? I, at any rate, can see straight, Yahweh declares. Now go to the place which used to be mine at Shiloh, where I once gave my name a home. See what I have done to it because of the wickedness of my people Israel. And now, since you have done all these things, Yahweh declares, and refused to listen when I spoke so urgently, so persistently, or to answer when I called you, I shall treat this temple that bears my name and in which you put your heart, the place that I gave you and your ancestors, just as I treated Shiloh, and I shall drive you out of my sight, as I did all your kinsfolk, the whole race of Ephraim. Okay, not sure where that came from. I already know that is definitely not. These are not God's words given appropriately. Just saying. B. Alien gods. Now we go to this again. Ugh, okay. You, for your part, must not intercede for this people, nor raise either plea or prayer on their behalf. Do not plead with me, for I will not listen to you. Can you not see what they are doing in the towns of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? Oh. The children collect the wood, the fathers light the fire, the women knead the dough to make cakes for the Queen of Heaven. And to spite me, they pour libations to alien gods. Is it really me they spite? Yahweh demands. Is it not in fact themselves to their own confusion? So Lord Yahweh says this, my anger, my wrath will be poured down on this place, on man and beast, on the trees of the countryside and the fruits of the soil. It will burn and not be quenched. Here is the thing. If people really would have been in such bad shape, they probably would have listened. But they didn't. That's very clear out of this. And you know, as I do, we're just trying to teach people. I don't think anybody's a whole lot better out there than someone else. And if I remember why I said that just now, and if I have time, which I might not, because this is a long one, then I will tell you what else I see. C. Worship without sincerity. Yahweh Sabaoth, the God of Israel, says this, and your burnt offerings to your sacrifices, and add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices, and eat all the meat. For when I brought your ancestors out of Egypt, I said nothing to them, gave them no orders about burnt offerings or sacrifices. My one command to them was this, listen to my voice, then I will be your God, and you shall be my people. Whoa! So he did study some. Okay, can't go against that, because that's what I believe. Now let's see what else it says. In everything follow the way that I mark out for you. 10 Commandments. And you shall prosper. But they did not listen. They did not pay attention. They followed their own devices, their own stubborn and wicked inclinations, and got worse rather than better. From the day your ancestors left Egypt until today, I have sent you all my servants, the prophets, persistently sending them day after day. But they have not listened to me, have not paid attention. They have deliberately resisted, behaving worse than their ancestors. So you will tell them all this, but they will not listen to you. You will call them, but they will not answer you. Then you are to say to them, this is the nation that will neither listen to the voice of Yahweh, its God, nor take direct correction. Sincerity is no more, it has vanished from their mouths. Whoa! That's interesting. Again, is this actually being used, though, in the appropriate way? Or again, to intimidate the people into what? When it comes to religion, right? Yes? Okay. D. More about idolatrous worship, a threat of exile. Cut off your tresses, throw them away. On the bare heights, raise a dirge. For Yahweh has rejected, has abandoned a brood that enrages him. Nope, he just can't be a part of it. That does not mean that he has rejected them or abandoned them. Okay? Yes, the people of Judah have done what displeases me, Yahweh declares. They have set up their horrors in the temple that bears my name to defile it, and have built the high places of Topheth in the valley of Ben Hinnom to burn their sons and daughters, a thing I never ordered, that had never entered my thoughts. And isn't that the truth when it comes to, remember what Jesus did in the temple? And the high priests were so, oh, did you see what he did? Right? Yes? And yet, if they were really following their Torah, if they were really following their Old Testament, well, what does it say in here? What did Jeremiah tell them? Yes? Oh. But they didn't care. They really did not listen. Right? So now the days are coming, Yahweh declares, when people will no longer say Topheth or Valley of Ben Hinnom, but Valley of Slaughter. Topheth will become a burial ground for lack of other space. The corpses of this people will be food for the birds of the sky and the animals of earth, and there will be no one to drive them off. Yeah, that's kind of what word is. I shall silence the shouts of rejoicing and mirth, and the voices of bridegroom and bride, in the towns of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem, for the country will be reduced to desert. When the time comes, Yahweh declares, the bones of the kings of Judah, the bones of its chief men, the bones of the priests, the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem will be taken from their tombs. They will be spread out before the sun, the moon, the whole array of heaven, whom they have loved and served, followed, consulted, and worshipped. They will not be gathered or reburied, but will be left lying on the surface like dung, and death will seem preferable to life to all the survivors of this wicked race, wherever I have driven them. Yahweh Sabaoth declares. Whoa, that brings back something, and you know what? Even there, I will not go for that. Okay, so I'm reading this for the reputation of God. I'm not going to go into it, and I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I do know from my own experience in my life that God's not like this. But people sure hope to be like that. To do what? The more enraged we believe in a God, the more reason we will have to continue fighting others. Don't we? Accuse others. Judge others. Persecute others. Right? Yes? Yeah. That's not our Heavenly Parent. People need to just start realizing that. So let's see. Where are we at? Just real quick. So I saw a post. Yeah, I saw a post. And the post said, what if people, human beings, wouldn't be able to lie anymore? No more lying. Which industry would go down first? That's exactly what it said. And I read it again. What industry? And I'm going to, I don't know. I guess I could say the one that I feel needs to go down first or something. But the thing is that it was worded completely wrong. Was oddly worded in a way, again, to do what? So if no one could lie anymore, which industry would go down first? And I think what comes to your mind first. Yes? Isn't that exactly what I just said? So you can persecute it and judge it? And say, oh yeah, that's all built up of lies. Yes? I went through all the comments, and it was very interesting that no one came up with what I did, which was, what does that have to do with an industry? If every human being wouldn't be able to lie anymore and only tell the truth, where in our lives would that affect us first? In our own life. As every individual. And then next, the family. And then it ripples out from there, wouldn't it? But what does an industry of any kind have to do with that? It is such a manipulated question. To manipulate the people again into doing what? Point the finger at something out there rather than say, the industries, what do they have to do with that? They're all man-made. Everything out there is man-made, except for the principles of creation. Yes? But what it would affect truly is, boy, now you can't lie to yourself anymore. Or lie about yourself. And you wouldn't be able to lie about your family anymore. Or to your family. Yes? Wow, wouldn't that be something? So, that was a very loaded question again, to steer us in what direction? To exactly what we just read. To look at everything else out there, but not really at ourselves. If Jeremiah would have really looked at himself and said, okay, what do I actually need to give of my heavenly parent here? If he was so in tune with heaven, I think that it would have been a little bit different. Yes. Here comes my oldest granddaughter. It's Sunday and Hammy. So I'm going to finish up here, right? Yes?
Oh, it's so cold.
It's so cold out there.
And the heat isn't working on downstairs. You knew that, right?
What?
The heat downstairs isn't working.
The heat downstairs not working?
No, it's like 60 degrees downstairs.
It's just trying to catch up. It'll get warmer. You look so pretty. Your hair looks so good. Yes, let me finish up real quick. So, anyway, before we look at others, let's take a good look at ourselves. Yes? All right. May Heavenly Parent bless, protect you, guide you, embrace you with love, and I will talk to you all another time.